Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hello, is anyone out there?
It's a mom's night out.
Hey, welcome back.
What's up, guys?
How's everyone doing?
I mean, great. Just had a tequila shot.
Sorry,
Still new.
I think we should tell everyone that we're all a little awkward sometimes.
Well, we just
So-
need a little warm up. We're
Yeah.
nervous.
That's
It's new to
Okay,
us.
not awkward.
No,
We're
not
cool,
awkward.
but we need tequila to be cool.
It's normal. Go with
Personality
it.
drink.
Personality drink.
I love it.
The best term.
Okay, guys. So I thought in today's episode we could get to know each other, get to know the MNO.
Ooh, get to know
So if you
MNO.
girls don't mind, I thought I'd start off by asking a few questions for our listeners to get to know us better and maybe each other.
My
Few,
blood pressure just
nervous. I'm nervous.
I know. I
Is there
see.
more
drink.
tequila?
There is.
Okay.
We'll take a break and take tequila
Okay.
shots.
All right,
a
I'm
bit.
in.
Throw it
Okay.
at us, Jen. Let's go.
Okay, let's start with a simple one. What's everybody's first memory of each other? I know.
You do?
No, I mean, I know. It's
I know.
You know yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
This is how you and I first met.
Okay.
It was like our mom's group in town, and it was a snowy evening, and everybody kind of wanted to cancel. And I remember being like, I'm on the Facebook. I was like, I'm still going. Like somebody else coming. You, Katie.
I was like, me too.
Katie commented. She's like, I'm coming. I was like, I don't know who this Katie girl is, but it's just me and her. So we go to a restaurant in town. And I actually didn't even know who you were. And we kind of all sat around, and all of a sudden, you're 2 or 3 hours in. And all of a sudden, Katie looks over and she goes, wait, are you Ava's mom? I was like, PJ's mom?
Yeah, because our girls were in daycare. They were like
that's right.
Friendship
like,
formed.
6
months, maybe?
6 months old.
Yeah, it was winter.
Yeah.
Little.
Little.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how my first memory of you. And then of Jenny, it was like a couple months later. And it was one of those like progressive dinners we did.
Oh
And I
gosh.
remember.
Sounds so lame, by the way.
I know.
Progressive
Sorry, guys.
dinner.
We'll get into another episode of like our actual nights out. But yeah, I remember seeing Jenny, and I just like saw her. What her hair was perfect, her outfit was perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And
Not
guys,
true.
I
I'm
have a
watching
similar
this-
memory of you.
Yeah, this
you were
woman
perfect, cool
walked.
girl, and I was like, I'm gonna be friends with her.
And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I actually
Give me
had
your
that.
tips.
I had that same.
You were where I can still to this day remember. You were in like this camel colored blazer, like a white button down. Yes. And like perfectly tailored jeans.
Oh
and
my
I was
gosh.
like,
I love you.
I want to be that girl.
I want to be that girl.
You're sweet.
I felt the same way.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Now you're trapped.
My first
We're in
memory of you,
business together.
my first memory of you is when you asked us to go meet you at a brewery or like a farm that was having a brewery as a guest. And I was like, yes, Ava's mom's cool. And so we went and we had the best time.
Yeah, Appleton Farms.
Yeah.
I'll give it a little plug if you're in Massachusetts. They're
Yeah,
the
that
best.
was fun.
I got married there.
What?
Fun fact. But that's not for today.
Stop it.
Yes.
It's so beautiful there.
See, it was meant to be. What's your first memory of us, Jenny?
Okay. I don't know. So I remember Amanda and Bryce at a birthday party in town because, like, how else do you meet parents in town? And I feel like you guys were having beers and you had a child strapped to you. And I think I or Mike had a child strapped to us. And we were also drinking beers. And I was like, yeah, these people get it.
Yeah,
That's
these
the
people
only
are
way to
cool.
survive a kid birthday party.
I think I know this birthday party, and I feel like I brought a cooler of little beers with me.
I think we probably
like
did
my
too.
Yeti, like 8-pack. It was
Like, I hope these moms are
I like
cool.
shoved them in my purse.
yeah, just in case.
And Katie, I don't know. I feel like
We got introduced through a mutual friend, right?
Yeah. But I think you joined, we were on a mom's group board in town. And we met through that. I know. But I think that was my first memory of you. And you were fun. You were funny. And I was like, thank God.
I don't think people liked me at that first meeting. They were like, who is
Oh, I
this
did.
new girl?
I did.
Not a lot.
But you know what? I think what solidified our friendship was being on that board.
Yeah, I
100%.
agree.
We
Yeah.
got closer through
I
that.
agree.
Yeah. And then we broke away.
We broke away.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to break away.
Okay. So the next one is a little bit more funny. What's your most embarrassing moment? Who wants to start?
Jesus.
Again, blood pressure spikes.
I know. Everyone
Okay.
take a sip.
I'll take a sip as we're thinking about this.
I can come back to that too.
No.
Okay.
I can go.
You
And
know
then you get-
yours?
Of course I know.
I might
mine.
have to skip this one. I'm drinking. I have an idea. It's a drinking game. If you
Yes.
don't want to tell your most embarrassing story, you drink.
Okay.
Okay, I'm passing on this
So
one.
the only reason I can actually recall this embarrassing moment is if you know me, you know I love trash TV. I love Real Housewives. I love the new season of Real Housewives of New York. And they recently did this around the table. And Uba, love you. Your embarrassing story, similar to mine. So anyway, this was probably, oh my God, 15 years ago. I was like freshly dating my husband, Bryce. And we went to the beach with like a big group of his friends. It must have been like 20 people. And it was not a great beach. I'm trying to remember. It was like,
Doesn't matter.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we're set up and I was like, all right, I have to go to the restroom. So I walked to the restroom and, just walk in my bikini because back then, yeah, we were like very hot. So I walked
You're
back.
Still hot.
She's still
What
hot,
are
by
you
the way.
talking about?
But
Yeah.
still. So I'm walking and I go to the bathroom and I'm coming back and like I'm strutting on the beach and I'm like, everybody's looking at me like I'm feeling myself.
Baywatch.
Yeah, like literally it was Baywatch. A lot of looks. And I was like, damn, like what I wish I knew what bikini I was wearing, but I was like, damn, I looked great. Like, and I get back and the first thing I say was like, you guys, like everybody was checking me out. And to this day, Bryce's friend Matt looks at me and goes, that's me. I can't even tell. He's like, it's because you have trained toilet paper.
It was hanging out of your bathing suit.
No.
It wasn't even on your foot.
No.
Oh my God.
It was on your butt. It was on your butt.
I can't even tell it. Yeah. I don't know how it happened, but like literally like a trail of
I
toilet
wish
paper
you could see Amanda right now. Well, maybe you
Tears.
will on the reel. She's
like flapping
crying.
in the wind.
Oh my God. It's
was mortified.
amazing.
And like this was
Amazing.
new. This was like
you were first
maybe
date. You're like,
only-
this guy's gonna break up with me.
it was maybe only like like 4 or 5 months into like dating each other.
Stop.
And I was like, I'm doomed.
I mean, if you can survive that, I guess.
you
You can survive anything.
Yeah.
Do you know your most embarrassing story?
Sorry, I'm
It's
crying.
similar.
I need a Kleenex.
Really?
It's similar. Yeah. I was in college and I was a sophomore and we were crashing an upperclassman's party, like at their house off campus. They were like cool. They were really cool. And we were like, maybe we were freshmen actually.
I wonder if they're gonna be listening to this.
I don't know.
podcast.
And I
I know. I hope Matt listened to
I
that.
had, like,
Matt, you saved my life.
my going out top on. I looked like a
A
hoe.
going out top.
I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I was
Remember
a
going out tops?
yeah.
And
And
I-
heels.
I was in heels. That's exactly where the story is
'cause
going.
all we wore was heels.
And again, I looked like a 10. I'm not going to lie. And I came into the party and I knew that all these like older chicks were like, who the fuck is this young like sophomore showing up to this party? And I was like, what's up? I got invited by like probably your fucking boyfriend. So shut up. And there was like an inch of beer on the kitchen floor. And
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I fucking feet came out from underneath
You
me in
ate
those
shit.
heels and I landed on my back. I knocked the wind out of myself.
No.
My best friend came running over and was like, get up. And I was like, just get outside now. And I was
We're
like,
leaving.
dragging you.
she
We're out.
dragged me outside and I
Oh my
like
God.
came to and she's like, we can't go back in. Like that was embarrassing. And we left.
You left.
Wait,
Yes,
that's
I had to.
That's amazing. I think I just would have stayed and been like, yeah. mm.
No.
Okay, wait. So you brought up Bravo. I want to ask you guys. I think this is a good question. Who's your favorite Bravo celebrity?
It's like trying to name my favorite child.
That's hard, right? I have a favorite child, so I could easily tell you. I also have a favorite Bravo celebrity. Too.
We'll start then.
You want me to start?
Yeah, you start.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys know who it is. It's Madison LaCroix.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
love her. I feel like she could be on MNO podcast.
Yeah.
Truly,
she can.
she's exactly like us. Like she is a
Yeah, she's
mom,
so hot.
but she doesn't give a shit, and she tells it like it is. She works. Actually,
She
she should be a
grinds.
guest. She should be
Definitely.
a guest.
Yeah.
If you're listening, we love you.
Madison, we love you. Call us.
Guys, it's hard. I would go season by season. of Real
I know.
Housewives.
I know.
And like Vanderpump Rules, there's so many. I think recently in recent memory, I love Brynn
Oh yeah.
from Real Housewives
Brynn
of New
from
York.
New York.
She's amazing.
She makes that whole show.
Like literally.
It's just like
She is the
her
show.
energy, and she like always has the brightest smile, and she's just fun.
She's been through a lot.
She
She's
like
humble.
yeah,
But she knows she's hot.
she can make fun of herself and like laugh, and it's just I love that. Like, it's
Also-
such good energy, like an energy.
I also love
Yeah.
that she's like, I'll date your dad. AKA, I'll steal your boyfriend.
She just heckles everybody.
Yeah.
It's the best.
And it's hysterical.
She's good energy.
yeah.
I like Bethany Frankel.
Oh,
okay, so
that's a good
she's my
one.
number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
She's
is a
boss.
legend.
She's a boss.
Right. So we did some
doesn't give
we
a
did some
fuck.
OGs, we did some newbies, and some like solids.
She's very vocal about not having anything in her pocket and like coming on the show.
I know.
And look at her now.
And now she's the
Yeah.
wealthiest housewife.
Yeah.
Like she made it.
Yeah. And I still love her.
I love what she's doing. She's shaking up the scene.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bethany.
That was a good
we love
question.
you.
Okay.
Good one.
Next question. If you were to buy a boat today, what would the name of your boat be?
This is a
I feel
conversation
like you
that
guys-
we have all
We
the
have this
time.
conversation a lot, so you know my answer.
But
I'll
no
go
one else
first.
knows.
I know. Mine is daycare money.
So good.
Because I just
It's
feel
so
like
good.
when you have 3 kids in daycare, man, I could have a really nice boat,
Sick boat.
right?
Yeah. You could take all the kids out in it.
All the
It
kids.
wouldn't be a boat. It would be a yacht.
All like 37 children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's mine. What's
I don't-
yours?
I don't have one, guys. I can't think on the spot.
I know what I'd name your boat.
What?
I think I'd name it. We talked about this barefoot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, barefoot.
Barefoot.
I would name it Lucky Foot.
Lucky Foot's a
Ooh,
good
Lucky
one.
Foot's a good one.
A foot ahead, 2 feet in.
Wow, you have you have a
Jesus.
lot.
You've
You
been
guys-
thinking about this
she's-
for a while.
Are you buying a boat?
We have a boat, but you guys have been feeding me this. We need a bigger boat.
You haven't named the boat.
We haven't named the boat.
Yeah, Mandy has a pontoon boat.
A mom tune.
A mom tune. Our kids call it a mom tune boat.
We need though an ocean boat. We need a lake boat and an ocean boat.
Oh, now you're talking my kind of language.
Yeah.
All right, what's Jenny's boat's name?
I don't know. I think it could be funny if it was a small boat to call it Big Time.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Mock everybody else with big boats.
I love that.
It's
That's
hysterical.
actually
That's
the
so
ultimate
good.
power play.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
You're like giving
love that.
everyone
Back to me
the
if I get a
Princess
big boat.
Diana wave
I know.
as they go by on
Yeah.
their yachts.
I know.
I love that.
Oh my
God.
gosh. Mandy, I feel like you have to ask a question. You have some good questions.
I know. So, I'm just thinking back to like, I don't know, for some reason this made me think of being on trips with you guys. And for some reason when I think of trips, I think of karaoke songs. So, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Oh my God.
I won't ask you to sing it.
Jenny has to go first
Oh my
because you're
God.
like karaoke queen.
You are the karaoke queen.
I'm the karaoke queen.
Mhm.
I
I've
guess.
sang a lot of karaoke with you in the past year.
Fuck. Okay. I guess if it had to happen today, I'd put on Cher if I could turn back time.
I've
It's a
sang
good
that
one.
with you before.
Solid.
Gem.
Sang it with me.
I think we did sing that before all
Yes.
together.
I'm
I think
sorry
it was pretty
to
much-
anyone who
It
witnessed
was when we
us.
did the bar golf
Yeah.
thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
did the bar crawl. Mine, this is Katie. Mine, I think,
This
would be some sort of Celine Dion song.
Oh yeah.
You just can't go wrong with her.
Oh, I
Like,
love that.
I will always love you.
But I will never hit those notes.
No, I know. I in my head, I
Wait.
think I hit them.
I will always love you. I think that's Mariah Carey. No, I mean not Mariah Carey. Whitney
Whitney
Houston.
Houston.
Whitney Houston.
Oh,
Mine is
wow.
Whitney Houston.
Wow, that's
Jesus.
embarrassing.
Jesus.
You just had to call me out on the podcasting.
Sorry, I had to correct you.
Hey,
The
you know what?
listeners would have figured it out.
You
Okay.
said on the first episode,
Whitney
we
Hu-
challenged
you're right.
you.
Okay, Whitney, you know what? Whitney Houston, but also any Celine Dion. What am I thinking
The Power
of Celine
of
Dion?
Love.
My first concert was Celine
My
Dion.
Heart Will Go On. There's
Yeah.
so many.
That's a good one.
There's
Yep.
so many. I drove all night.
I drove all night. Okay, what's yours?
It's all coming back to me.
It's all
Oh,
coming back
yes,
to me
That's
now.
the one you're thinking of.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
So
Yep, we got there. We got there.
I feel like I'm more of like a journey because I just want to yell.
That's
Oh.
fun.
You know,
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
that's fun.
I don't have a great singing voice.
That's a
I'll
good
admit
one.
it. But like when you give me the mic for karaoke, I'll do it. And recently, remember Flowers when we were at Sebago Lake
Yeah.
Oh.
in Maine, and Jen and I randomly had the same shirt. And so we walked into this wine bar.
Actually,
people
that's
were
a great
singing-
little story.
Yeah,
They were singing karaoke.
Do you want to tell how we got to that wine bar? Sebago Lake.
Yeah.
We walked like a mile
We
in the
ditched
pitch
our,
black.
We ditched our husbands. We snuck
and
out.
our kids.
We snuck out. We put
Oh,
the kids to bed
We put them to
because
bed.
we're good moms.
Yeah,
We put him to bed.
you're right. I
And we
forgot
were
about
like,
that.
Good moms.
text
We
each
put
other,
them to
like,
bed and we were like,
everybody
meet
meet.
outside by the Buddha. There was a Buddha at the house we stayed in.
Bring a solo cup.
Jen
We went
fed
on
the
an
Buddha
adventure.
wine, and
Yeah.
then we.
I actually didn't even bring. I
Yeah.
did bring a solo cup. We walked to the bar. I left it on the back of a pickup truck. Do you guys remember this? Because I didn't finish it in time. We go into the bar. Jenny and I are walking in, and somebody was like, "Are you guys sisters?" We were like, "Yes."
Guys,
They
they
go,
were
"Of
wearing
we
the
are."
same shirt.
And they were like, "You got to sing karaoke." So we sang Miley Cyrus "Flowers." I think it was an epic performance. We got a lot of
Yes.
cheers.
We
We got
did.
a lot of moms.
We stayed
coming over.
hours. We paid extra for a bottle of champagne that we never drank.
We drank at least 3 or 4. They made us a charcuterie board.
They did.
They
It
put
didn't
us on their
equate. It
Instagram.
Did not equate.
They did post us on the
Oh,
Instagram.
yeah.
We weren't even famous yet.
And then we left. And you know
Just
what I
regular.
did?
Lost.
I picked up the solo cup
Oh
On the way
God, you
home.
did.
From the
And you
back
drank-
of the pickup
you
truck.
drank it
and I drank it.
No shame. It's good.
3 hours later.
It's all good.
You guys, I lived.
You did. You lived to tell another podcast story.
All right. So that's karaoke.
All right. What's the next question, Jen?
Okay, guys, let's take it back before these days of married life. What was the worst date you've ever been on?
Mm.
No,
Hmm.
you got to think about it for a second.
You know your worst date. I think if you know it, you should go right into it.
Okay, yeah, I met this guy at a Belgium beer house in San Francisco. God, horrible. I don't know what, I think I was just really drunk when I met him. And so then we went out to dinner like 2 nights later. He like asked me out to dinner, asked for my cell phone number via text, seemed totally normal. Got to dinner. I was like, this kid is like, he wasn't a kid. He was like a guy too. He was like way older than I remembered. And I was like 24 at the time. And I was like, and he was possessed. He was like, are we going out again? He was like being so intense. And I was like, no. I think I was texting my roommate at the time, like, help, sending her SOS messages.
Like, come
he
get
was
me.
awful. And he was like trying to like, I just remember him being like, I don't know, trying to lock me in. No.
I feel like I had a similar situation. I was living in Boston. I was still in school. And I don't know, this one guy kept like texting me. And he was also like a pharmacist. And I remember being like, or in pharmacy school. And I was like, I don't want to go out with him. And all my 2 roommates were like, just go out with him. It's a free dinner. And I was like, oh,
No, it's never free.
never free.
It's never free.
Never
You pay
free.
with your soul.
It's never free.
No.
And we went and he picked me up and I was like, this isn't it. Like I had that gut feeling, like even from him, like coming to my apartment.
You saw him. You're like, not it.
Not it. I was like, okay. And like I had seen him in person, but there's like, I don't know. He just wasn't energy matching. So anyway, we walked to the restaurant. And I think even by the time we got like our drinks and appetizers, I was like, I gotta go. So I literally texted my roommate and I was like, you gotta call me. And you have to
It's
say,
like the oldest play in the book.
yeah. I was
It
like, you
works,
gotta
though.
say
It
like,
does work.
like cat is sick or like something like get me out of here.
So you left.
I left. Dinner didn't even
Okay,
come.
wait.
And he kept texting me for like weeks
Oh,
after.
no.
Okay, you guys talking about yours reminded me of mine. I was like, I don't think I've been on any bad dates. That's a lie.
Yeah.
I think it was a summer during college. I lived in LA with my sister for a little bit, and I was doing an internship there. And so I was dating all these LA guys. And for anybody listening who's lived in LA, it's just a different type of guy out there. I mean, we're from New England. These are not my guys, okay? Sorry, they're just not. So this guy, he's super handsome, had a legit job, picks me up at my sister's in his teeny tiny little electric, like
No.
Toyota Corolla, like hatchback mini car. Okay, so that's like, I'm like, oh man, I was gonna get picked up in a cool car. Then I look in the back seat and there's a fucking dog in the back seat.
On the date with you?
And the date with us in a car, like a dog car seat.
No.
Guys, I swear to God, I should have gotten out right there.
No,
Yep.
Katie.
Then I'm like, where are we going? Like, what's the plan? Because I'm kind of like, go with the flow. You take the reins. I want you to tell me what we're doing. The guy takes me back to his apartment. And I'm like, yo, no,
This is
I gotta
not
get
happening.
I gotta get out of here. And he's like, I'm gonna make you dinner. So kind of similar to Mandy. He's like making me dinner. He's obsessed with his dog, which I'm like, what is up with it? Listen, I love dogs too. I had a dog when I was single. This guy, he brought the dog on the date to pick me up. He's cooking dinner. He's talking to the dog. And guess what? He went to the bathroom and I jetted
Shut
out
up.
of there so
Oh my God.
fast. I had no idea where I was going. I think I was in Santa Monica. I jetted out and I like called my sister. I was like, I don't know where I am, but you gotta come get me.
I think when you get that gut feeling, you just have to run. Seriously,
No,
though.
sometimes, yeah. You're like, what was I
Girl,
thinking?
so if, anyone out there listening, don't stay on a shitty date. Like just get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
Life
life's
is
too
too
short.
short.
you ordered
right?
dinner?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Buy
Get out.
your,
Funny
buy
that
your
we
own
had the
dinner.
exact. Yeah. I'm like looking back. I
I'd
can't believe-
rather buy my own dinner.
100%.
I had a guy friend who went on a million dates with girls. I think they were Tinder dates. And he was on a date with a girl once and she started eating her napkin on the date and like dipping it in soy sauce.
I'm choking on my drink.
He met his now wife on Tinder, so it worked out. And the 55
Oh my
dates that he
God.
went on, truly 55, worked out. But he was on a date with a woman and she started eating her napkin and she knew she was doing it. And she was like, don't look at me.
Wait,
Don't look at me.
our
Dipping
faces?
it
If
with
you guys
chopsticks.
could- what the fuck?
Is this this is like a
Real
thing?
story. I wish that was my story. I almost pretended like it was mine, but I didn't.
No, don't.
Oh my
This
God.
This leads me to a really interesting question of like how people meet each other's, like how.
Yeah, no.
So how did you guys all meet your husbands? And that's a good question.
Great question.
Great question.
Who's going first?
You want me? Okay. It's Jenny. Okay, so Mike and I actually went to college together. It's not that exciting.
That's so cute.
So
though.
But we were just friends. Like I was dating somebody, he was dating somebody. We like, I don't know, we always kind of like had crushes, I think. And I was living in San Francisco and he came out. He was like in business in San Diego and he like flew up to, he like did a little like side trip.
in business, aka he was coming to see
Yeah.
Jenny.
I would have flown to see Jenny
Me
too.
too. He's like, I am definitely
Yeah.
flying 3 hours out of my
Yeah.
way to see
How
this
much?
hot chick.
Don't care.
I know, but then, so we, you know, things happened and we were still friends, still hung out he was living in Boston. So when I flew home to like hang out in Boston with my friends, or girlfriends, we'd hang out. But then I moved back from San Francisco back to Boston. And you guys know the story.
Yeah.
I moved back with a guy and Mike was pretty bummed. So he waited it out. And then once I was single and had like waited a little while, was single for a little while, he asked me on a date.
And did he like sweep you off your feet? Like, was it magical or was it like a progression?
Good question. So I was in a wedding in San Francisco, so we had to fly back out there. And at this point in time, we were together. And then he surprised me with a little trip to Sonoma, which I had gone so many times.
Just
but
a
like,
little trip.
You had gone to
and yes,
well, I
he
guess
like
you lived out
it
there.
would have been.
Katie and I
It
are over
was,
here just, you know,
Yeah, I'm like, that's
drinking our
romantic.
drinks.
I know it was
Great.
hard to sweep me off my feet in Northern California because I had lived out there. I'd
Yeah.
done all the things.
I get that.
You know, and he really, yeah, it was
I
good.
love
He did a good job. Yep. Okay, you guys.
Oh well, I met my husband on Tinder. This is Katie. He was my first and last Tinder date.
I love that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Before
I
it got
feel like
creepy.
I feel like I have to tell this story. So I was living with my ex at the time. We lived in a house together and I was looking for a place. And so on my first date, you know, I'm classic oversharer. You guys will get to know that. So on the first date with John, we sit down and I'm like, so I have to tell you something. And he's like, what? Okay, what's up? And I'm like, I live with my ex-boyfriend. And he was like, oh, okay. Okay. And
He's
he was
pretty non-threatening.
yeah, he was so chill about it. And he was like, okay, are you like looking for a place? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to look at places this weekend with my girlfriend. And he was like, okay, cool. No problem. And so he kind of swept me off my feet after that. And I wouldn't be his girlfriend for the longest time because I'm like, I just got out of a relationship. I am not your girlfriend. And finally, he sort of gave me this ultimatum. And he was like, okay, either you're my girlfriend or we're not hanging out anymore.
Aww.
This is probably like 8 months in. Meanwhile, we're like staying at each other's place. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm your girlfriend.
That's sweet.
Yeah. But he was like the full package. He totally swept me off my feet. I remember the first time he took me out on a date, I met him. Well, first of all, he took me on his motorcycle on the first date. Very, very romantic. And then our first real date, when we went out to dinner, we stopped at his apartment and he made me martinis. And he was like shaking the martini and he had all the
I just
ingredients.
pictured John doing this. And
Yeah, I know.
I was like, and his apartment was so clean, by the way, which was such a joke because he's the messiest guy ever. But he obviously cleaned it and scrubbed it, and come to find out, like one of his best girlfriends like helped him set it all
my
up.
goodness.
But like he did make me a martini, and I thought that was so cool
love
because I
that.
was dating guys that drink Coors Lights and
Yeah,
didn't know what martinis were.
I get
Well,
that.
yeah, we'll have an episode on dating because I feel like we've all had those bad.
I know it
Bad
deserves a
dates,
whole episode.
Bad dates, yeah,
boyfriends.
we'll do it. Yeah. All right, how'd you meet Bruce?
Bryce. Yeah,
We call him Bruce.
or Spicy Brycey.
Spicy
Yeah,
Brycey.
whatever. Pick of the week. So after the bad date that I just described, I was like, I am never dating another pharmacist. But at the time, I was living with like two of my girlfriends, Liz and Chrissy. And Chrissy was friends with Hannah, and Hannah was also friends with Chrissy. It was like this weird triangle. Anyway, we were going up to Chrissy's parents' ski house
Okay.
in New Hampshire, and it was President's Day weekend, and they were like, hey, do you want to go up there? Like, we have this guy that you might click with. And I was like, okay, like, tell me about him. They're like, oh, he's going to be a pharmacist. He's like in our final year rotation. I was like, absolutely not. Like, no way. No. Been there, done that. Like, before this bad date, like, guys, I had like tried to get to know people that were also in my profession, and it was not going well. I was like, no.
You're not your standard pharmacist.
No.
You're kind of a fun pharmacist.
No, I'm a psycho.
Oh,
So
In
anyway,
a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. So we go up there. Bryce was there, and like it was maybe like 6 or 7 other people. We hit it off the entire weekend. Like had a good like banter back and forth, and it was so great. But the final night we were there, he like tried to kiss me, and I turned him away. I was like, whoa.
No.
Whoa.
What?
I was like, no. Because like we were in like Chrissy's parents' house, and I was like, this is weird. Like, no, you can't do this. And I was like, but he was like, well, can I take you to dinner? And I was like, yeah, Okay.
Well, that's cute.
That was
That
sweet.
probably
Well-
made him like you way more.
Anyway, so the next morning, we're all getting ready. We were there with this one girl, Sheridan. Hi, hope you're listening. And she was like, Sheridan, you were the ultimate like nigger. And Bryce was so worried that Sheridan was going to like come after him and being like, you tried to ask Amanda out. You tried to kiss her. Anyway.
She sounds like a boss.
Yeah, she's a boss. Anyway, Bryce didn't ask for my number the next day.
Oh.
And that
And
rattled you.
It rattled me. And then even we saw, so the girls drove back and the guys drove back.
Well played, Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
And we all went to like Starbucks and he still didn't ask for my number. And I was like,
Is this guy kidding?
what the fuck?
And that's why Bruce married Mandy.
That's how he got her.
That's how he got you.
And so finally, you guys, I had to reach out on Facebook because I had no other way to contact him.
Shut up.
So I sent,
I did not
I had to
know
reach
that.
out.
Me neither. You've never told us this.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to reach out and I had to be like, hi.
Be like,
Hi.
dude, what?
Like, we
Are
were
we
supposed to
getting
go on a
married?
date.
And he was like, this was all my plan.
Yeah, literally.
Gee, I have so much respect for him right now.
Me too.
Guys, you never knew that. You knew we met in New Hampshire at like through mutual friends, but like, yeah, that was the story. But also, he was like on Cape Cod and I was in Boston. So our first date was he drove 2 hours from Cape Cod to Boston to pick me up for a date.
Not a good sign.
Got stuck in traffic and he had like a stick shift at the time.
Oh.
And so we were like jumping in traffic. And like we barely made it to the restaurant. We were definitely like a half hour
He's
late.
probably sweating too.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Don't even know how to drive this
know.
car.
And then the rest is history.
That's
I
cute.
love that.
I love that too. All right. What do you think? We have time for one more question.
One more question.
Make it good.
All right.
It's a lot of pressure.
I'm gonna pick it. What would your warning label say?
Oh my gosh. I like love that question. Okay, hold on. Let me think.
Ooh.
I got it.
Can I go first?
What's it?
Oh, you go first.
Oh, Mandy,
yeah,
go
you
first.
go first.
Don't be a fucking idiot.
Wait, that's so good.
That is
Right?
good. Yeah.
Guys, I have a very short like patience and tolerance for things.
Also, Mandy has no poker face.
Oh,
so
yeah.
When we're like in social settings where someone's being terrible, I can't even look at you because I'm like,
You know.
Mandy is so mad. And if I look at her, I start laughing.
Yes, that is so accurate.
Yeah.
Think of many moments.
What's
Yeah.
your Jen? What's yours?
Well, I think this applies to all of us.
Yeah. They might all be the same.
Undeniably fun as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Warning label. Yeah.
That's a good warning
The
label.
Jenny side shuffle.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I feel like you're so fun, but like it takes a minute to like get there. Like you don't let everyone see your fun side.
Yeah, no. I'm like reserved at first.
But I think
Yeah.
this is
And shy.
why I hope the
Smart.
listeners keep coming back because I think
Yeah, you're
like
smart.
we're
I just
gonna
leave it
start
all
to
out there.
we're gonna start to open up more and more. You're going to know us.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like we're putting our lives and ourselves out there.
We are.
So please come back.
Please come back.
Mm.
Do you want to know mine?
Yeah.
I feel like mine would be like, are you fucking kidding me or don't fucking piss me off?
Oh, I've been on the receiving end of that.
I feel like I'm so nice until you fuck with me. And then I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
bitch, what? I'm a ride or die.
but
I'm a ride or die.
But you have to be that way.
and
To
I
be
I
successful-
give people a long rope. Like it takes me
Yeah.
a lot to get there. But like once I'm done, I'm done.
yeah.
That's my warning label.
I get it. I get it.
I appreciate that about you.
All right. Well, I hope you guys feel like you got to know us a little better. We wanted this episode to be fun, right?
Mhm.
I feel like we're going to have to do a part 2.
Oh yeah, I have so many more questions.
How fun would it be, though, if people listening sent us questions that we had to answer? Like part 2 is like listener questions.
Yeah, I
Make
love that
them like
idea.
kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, like ask us
funny.
anything. We'll answer. And if we can't, we'll just drink champagne and then we'll probably answer later.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right?
Submit your questions.
All right. Submit your questions. Mom's Night Out MNO Instagram. We'll have a little box.
Yeah.
after this episode.
I
we'll put a
figured out
box
how to
up.
do it. I was testing this weekend.
I'm
Oh,
so proud of
perfect.
you. You guys, thanks for tuning in, and we hope that you're liking this. And
Yeah. Catch you soon.
Next week.
catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo!